Good evening, good evening, good evening. Just do a quick late night message since I am up. Man, I can't sleep during the night right now anyway. I don't know what it is. You know, people talk about sun is so important. It really is. Sunshine is so important. Everything, you know what I'm saying? If you're sick, your fevers always go up at night. If you're in pain, your pain always gets worse at night. It's usually when the sun goes down. It's just who we're designed, Creation of the sun, the earth, the moon, the whole nine. A lot of people believe the moon is a cut-off chunk of the earth, illuminated by the sun. Cosmic sibling. Where is it? There we go. All right. And I know you're like, you shouldn't be drinking the caffeine late then. Yeah, I know, but I got ADHD, so it doesn't really affect me the same way as it does other people. Alright, let's just get our runes out and just see what we got going on here. What are the main energies? Oops, let's see. Alright, so this is definitely a past life reading here. We've got our South Node. If you don't know what your South Node are, definitely look up your charts. My South Node is in Sagittarius, which usually means that, most people who have Sagittarian past lives were like philosophers, things of that nature, right? We got 5, definitely a conflict number going on here, right? 5 is uneven, it's conflict, it's disagreements, it's loss, it's bereavement, it's insecurity, it's worrying about poverty, things of that nature. We also got Pisces, our little yin and yang fish with their 2 tails tied together, right? So we definitely have a lot going on with that. We have the romance rune, so there's definitely some past life romance going on here. Energy coming through tonight. We've got flight, air, communication. We got moon. Shadows, secrets, things of that nature, dark sides. Alright. Oh, we're going to do past life. Then I'm going to get the past life cards out here to go with this. Just see what's going on. I do past life readings. I do past life twin flame readings. If you really want to know. That used to be my big specialty. Alright. Should we do a fairy tale? Burnt out on the fairy tales. Many things. Let's see what the many things are. Oh man, dude, for real. My one card, I'm your Huckleberry, turns out totally wrong. Mandela effect, right? Going on here. I just figured this out today too. He says, I'll be your Hucklebearer, which apparently is an old-timey way of saying pole bearer. So I always thought, like, when he said I'm your Huckleberry, I always thought of like Huckleberry Finn. So this is my life. So I even looked that up, and the book Tombstone was taking place in like 1877, and the book Huckleberry Finn wasn't written until 1884. Excellent movie and books if you have never read them. I think you have no heart, and I had a mind once to give you mine. Do or do not, there is no try. Do or do not, there is no try. Through dangers untold and hardships unnumbered, I have fought my way here to the city, or to the castle beyond the Goblin City. Take back the child which you have taken, which you have stolen. For my will is as strong as yours, and my kingdom is as great. You have no power over me. Oh, that's such a dork. You're old, go to bed. Definitely got a lot going on with this. Ooh, whoa, 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 whoa. Blessed be. All right, so that's all the cards have to say today on that. I think you have no heart, and I had a mind once to give you mine. Do or do not, there is no try. Through dangers untold and hardships unnumbered. This is blessed be. This is definitely, I feel like, pulling up that Jareth energy, right? From the labyrinth. The manipulator, right? It's unfair, it's unfair, it's unfair. You say that quite a lot. Wonder what your comparison could possibly be. Right? She starts making good time. He shows up, moves the clock. Constantly messing with... Love me, but he's constantly messing with her. Right? He's definitely that ugly energy. That dangerous... Ooh, is this me? Definitely going to be having to ask yourself a lot that over the next couple of days. Is this you? Is it you? Who is in control of you? I don't know why, but I got forest, breathe, right? Get out there and ground. Center yourself back in who you truly are. You are going to need that this week. I got that Medea saying it ain't what you called, it's what you answer to. Ooh, alright, so we definitely got something coming up from the Greco-Roman times. Definitely something during the Inquisition. Definitely picking up past life energies. Greco-Romans, when I call them the holy effing Romans, man. They managed to take over the world without a country, right? Used religion. Forced it upon people. Did some really, really horrible things, right? Talk about this too. Persecution and inquisition, right? Oh, we got Asia. We got Asia. There was definitely a lot that went down in those times too. Native American, right? I'm getting a lot of persecution here. I'm getting a lot of, ooh, and there's the baby. There's the baby. The children. I don't know why I keep getting this one scene. It was a book that I was forced to read, and I can't for the life of me remember the name of the book. But it was about a little Indian boy. It was not long after he had gone through like his 12-year-old male ceremony where they like take him out into the woods and they got to find their way back. And at one point he had befriended a bear cub and it followed him around and it hung around his tribe. And when the Christians, when the settlers showed up, and they essentially slaughtered the tribes and took all the children and put them in boarding schools and cut their hair and stuff. The bear had followed the boy to the boarding school. Wisdom. A lot of wisdom was gained in these lives. When the bear showed up, he had to go out there and he had to like throw rocks and sticks and stuff at it and scream at it and make it leave. It was one of those... It makes me think of White Fang too. When they do mean things to try to scare somebody away for their own safety. I just get a strong sense that this is definitely a lot of energies from a lot of different timelines that are coming through, right? There's this whole thing. This is not a war against the sexes right now, but there is this grand denial and rewriting of history of how just women in general have been treated throughout time. Angels. Alright, so let me just get a good peek at this again real quick. Alright, so we definitely got the Greco-Roman times during the Inquisition. Now, this is during the Inquisition, when the Inquisition was definitely being worldwide for sure. We have got Asian, we've got Native American, right? And the Native American card, too, I also say, that's not just generally America either. That's just rural people, right? Rural people who live by the rural lands. Asia, you got the Tibetan monks, right? The Buddhists and things like that, right? And during the Inquisition, right, because Jesus was pretty much an honorary Buddha. They did not do anything Christian-like during the Inquisition. People talk about people are violent today. Nowhere near that. There's the level of what they were. Horribly violent. I mean, think about it. Beheadings and just all kinds of torture devices and everything to force conversions. A lot of scary things, and a lot of babies taken out of timelines and out of the proper timelines. And these are a lot of things that I think are being reset now. This is the Hopi tribe that's being reborn, right? Not the Hopi, but the Hopi legend, the Rainbow tribe, being reborn right now. And it's to us and the angels and our wisdom from these past lives to remember that is not, can't let that happen again, for sure. Very, very. All right. What do we got else to say about this past life here? Six of Cups. Not a lot of fond memories. Yep, this was a rough life with somebody, for sure. This was a rough life for somebody. Try to tell people that too, man. We got it better now than we ever had in history. I know that seems hard to believe. But I mean, imagine just being burned alive because you're a midwife. I mean, they used to do some pretty horrible things. A rough message for tonight, though. I'm just getting that whole, just children used against you type of energy. And that's just how things were. You had no say, no control. Two of Cups, soul contracts and connections, right? Now, you came to play these games. You had to learn these games for one way or another, right? Say that too. If you are a benevolent being, an all-knowing God that can never die, you're just pure source energy. How boring. How boring, right? Well, how are you gonna be a benevolent God if you don't know what emotions are? Right? Ten of Cups reversed. Not letting the past die here. Holding on to it. We can't hold on to it. We can't hold on to it. It was what it was. See, here's the thing. It was what it was, and it is what it is. It was what it was, and it is what it is. Things are different now. We have different options, different choices, different ways to be. All right. We definitely have two characters here that I'm picking up on. We have the Temperance here. Balance, someone who's trying to find center within themselves, right? This is definitely a masculine energy here. That's trying to find that peace and balance between the physical and spiritual, like the moon and the sun, right? Trying to find that balance between the light and the dark, and trying to stay centered and focused and finding that genuine happiness within. There is some sort of third parties going on here. Heartstrings being pulled. This doesn't necessarily need cheating or anything else like that that's going on. This is definitely just somebody using your heart against you in this sense, right? Right? And this energy I get is the feminine energy, right? And they're in the hermit mode. So their heartstrings are being pulled on. They're in the hermit mode. This one's trying to be balanced. This one's trying to find their own, hold on to their own center, right? But look at these, both these characters. Oh, dropped a card. Right, just look how similar these energies are, right? The Hierophant and the Hermit, right? I got the Queen of Pentacles here in the middle, right? This is definitely feminine energy trying to take control. Or not so much take control, but being that nurturing center that they're looking for, right? On this top line here, I've got very similar as well. We have the Star card. I like how it's a feminine card in this one, right? Just that string, just trying to stay connected to that divine, trying to I just get that Angels card again, right? Just trying to maintain that what is happening is indeed for their best interest. And like, even people can look at me and they'll be like, oh, the reason you got hurt is whatever, blah, 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 and you manifested that upon yourself and all this other crazy shit. Did I or didn't I? You know, when it comes down to it, I'm going to be put in a lot of situations this week where I'm going to have to talk about my personal disabilities and my personal limitations, and I have a very hard time as a triple fire sign, Aries sun, Sag moon, Leo rising, owning to weaknesses. So usually, whenever I've got something big going on, the universe will hurt me. Why? Because I won't fake it. It's that Aries thing, we're just as shocked about what comes out of our mouths as anything else, but at the same time, we're terrible, terrible liars. We hate lying, and we're not very good at it, right? So I definitely got this sense of hope and holding on here, right? I got a Page of Cups that's very confused. This is a Page of Cups that's very confused. I think they're very confused because they are also stuck being pulled. Different type of energy pulling on them. Whereas the one feminine energy I picked up is being pulled on with heartstrings here, right? Their heartstrings are being pulled and yanked on. This energy, this is a devil. This is somebody's devil. This is toxic behaviors. This could be bondages and things like that, or being bound to somebody who's manipulative and makes them think bad about themselves, right? So we got the Page of Cups here who's very confused. They're very confused because they've got this nasty devil energy all manipulating on them, saying nasty things, right? And they got the same thing going on, right? Different timeline. We got the Knight of Cups reverse, right? Mr. Romance, Mr. Captain Save-A-Ho, he is not coming because he is scared and he is being told he is not good enough by these energies. Right? Being told how terrible they are. Right? And that goes right back down to this death in reverse that we've got going on down here as well. Right? All that 10 of Cups. And this is still a soul contract too. Whoever they're dealing with, that's part of their soul contracts as well. We're here to clear out, and I genuinely 100% believe that that is what the volunteers are here for. We are here to balance out these past energies, right? That's why, people are like, oh, I reincarnated to help raise the frequency of the earth and everything else like that. And it's like, yeah, but a big part of that is allowing to erase, okay? So the passage of time happened. Right? The past did happen. It is what it is. Ooh. So it's a matter of if you're going to be carrying that. I definitely suggest get your chart. Get your chart. Get your South Node. And find out where your past energies are. It's not a negative thing to know. It's a good thing for you to know. Right? And I'm not saying that women were not toxic as well in the past, right? They were pretty much groomed, but you were groomed to find a good husband. That's what you were groomed to be, a gold digger. You were presented at parties. Your parents essentially sold you. You were given a dowry and everything was given, oh, please marry my daughter and take this bitch off my hands. Here, have her. I'll give you money. Anything. Just take property, right? And it's like, oh, they were gold diggers. Well, yeah, we were pretty much just dressing. You're just going to be window dressing when you want to be a window in a nice house. Just saying. It's a Marilyn Monroe thing that I saw earlier. It's from one of her movies. And it was like How to Catch a Rich Man or something like that. And she's just like, aren't you funny? Aren't you funny? She's like, liking a man for money is just like liking a girl because she's pretty. I mean, do you like her just because she's pretty? No, but it sure does help, doesn't it? You know, it's just weird how this has all been like twisted, and with the gold diggers and the, all this other stuff. It's a game that we're still insisting on playing, right? Insisting on playing. You're not a gold digger because you're looking for somebody responsible, right? And a lot of burdens here. There's definitely a lot of burdens here. There's definitely some major decisions that need to be made with this Two of Swords. A refusal to make a decision. There's definitely a truce that needs to be done here. The universe is screaming at you to make these hard decisions and stick to them. I got the Nine of Pentacles here, right? Where your energy and your focus is going, or where your focus is going is where your energy is flowing, right? So if your energy is flowing towards abundance, abundance will have no choice but to follow you, right? Definitely get these two energies are working separately yet together at the same time, right? Right? She's the Nine of Pentacles, focusing and flowing my energy this way. This one is working the law of opposites. I'm going to attract it to me, right? There's still a lot of secrets that are yet to come out. There's still a lot of secrets that have yet to come out, and I'm still picking up on a lot of sipping from too many cups, right? And falling for illusions and being a little bit indecisive on it, right? That's Seven of Cups energy, right? What's the technical for it? Yeah, illusion, fantasy, and imagination is a technical definition for the Seven of Cups, right? I've always given the warning out with sipping from every cup is how you get poisoned. There's definitely probably been some player-esque energies. I feel like a lot of that is the past, once again. Just past stuff coming out, old contracts. And now you might be wondering why you would... but that's how karmics are created. That is how karmics are created. Their past life, that inexplicable I know you from the past life, is not always a good thing. Sometimes you were married to a horrible person, but you remember it, right? You still remember it. You still feel this weird connection to them. All right. This is so random tonight. Definitely got the wheel is turning here. The wheel is turning in new directions. New cycles are getting ready to be started. New way of creating these cycles. We got a King of Wands. Definitely somebody powerful, passionate, masculine fire sign here. We've got the Queen of Wands. Ooh. We have got these two. Look at that. Queen of Wands and the King of Wands. What are the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands getting ready to do? Ooh. Walk away from all the drama. Center themselves in their own self-love. There's definitely some towers coming, right? And I get with these two fire signs here, these Queen of Fire and King of Fire here. I'm definitely getting this tower is something that they know is coming, and it's going to be being burnt down, and it just is what it is, and it's going to have to be that way. I feel like they're like burning it down themselves. It's definitely a lot of internal judgments that are being overcome here, right? Right? Remember, whatever judgments you have, don't allow other people to project that shit upon you. Is that really you, or are you self-entangling yourself there, right? If you're going to cast judgments upon yourself, cast good judgments upon yourself, right? You will always be your harshest critic. And I also say that evil shadow voice in the back of your mind is not you. That is some toxic freaking individual that planted that shit for you. It's time to definitely gain some balance, right? Protect what is yours. Protect what is yours. Don't give Don't be too generous. Don't sabotage yourself being too nice. Don't be a people pleaser right now. Right now it is time for you to take care of you and your needs and what you need to do especially, right? Ooh, Aries, Emperor here, right? You see the game. You see the game. Ooh, King of Pentacles. Ooh. All right, you see the game for what it is. You see the game for what it is. You see how the pieces are moving. I always tell you, the Emperor does not run one kingdom. The Emperor runs many kingdoms, right? And he pays attention to all the kings and all the queens and how they're moving and how they move their pawns and how they're shifting around. And they're paying attention to the game because that's how you win the game, right? And the King of Pentacles is very much in control of his surroundings and situations and schedules and focuses mainly on that, right? All right. Wrap this up a little bit here. I still got this reversed Knight of Cups here. So there's a lot going on, I believe, in individual areas here right now. For whatever this past life connection is, there's still a lot going on in individual areas here. There's still a lot that needs to be overcome. Anxieties, old fears, right? A lot of that really deep-rooted fear, I believe, isn't even coming from this lifetime or even this connection. It's all coming from old connections, old lifetimes, old timelines, and old energies that need to be cleared out, right? Got this Four of Cups, focusing too much on these, what I don't want, and not seeing what the universe is trying desperately to hand you here. Believe a lot of reason you can't see it is because you are overburdened, right? And I like this card because you got that Three of Wands in the back. It is time to take preparation, foresight, and intuition to get things moving forward. Make sure you carry your passions with you. Use a beast of burden if you need a beast of burden. If you need something to help you carry some of that heavy stuff, look around. Try to find you some aid. Don't mind me. My neck's starting to bother me. I'm going to be going to bed here in just a second, right? I got the Hermit reversed right now, right? There's a lot of not wanting to be alone in these energies, but trust that you are where you need to be. All right. Some oracle cards here to close this out. We've got bravery. We've got bravery. Follow your heart. As long as you're true to your heart and you know within your heart of hearts that you are doing the right thing and you are doing the best that you possibly can and you are living within your own center of your own moral fortitude and everything else, it is fine. Allow ease. Allow it to ease. A lot of times we end up injuring ourselves and stuff like that because we are pushing too hard, trying to manifest too fast. Allow things to ease and flow naturally, right? Time to find that joy, that reverse Hermit card there. It's time to find that joy. What brings you joy? Little things, you know. I set up my hummingbird feeders and I want to go ahead and get my telescope out and try to see if I can't get some cool hummingbird pictures, you know. Just little things. What brings you joy? What can you find that does bring you joy? Right? Whatever it is. Whatever it is. I definitely get a lot of sense of getting that sunshine too. That was a big message that came out earlier. Make sure you get out there and get some sunshine. Remember, forest, breathe. Get out there and connect with nature. Lay on the ground, right? Ground and center yourself. Breathe and release, right? The breath is where the spirit connects to the 3D. Breathe in the good shit. Exhale the bullshit. Breathing in that good ass prana, baby, right? Is this you? Is it you? It's not what you called. It's what you answer to. Words are spells. Don't ever let anybody tell you that they're better than you. Came this far, might as well keep on going, baby. The morning sun must have done something for me because I bet I'd have gone the other way if you had called yesterday. Be strong. Be strong. Do not let these old connections to manipulate you. If you can't look me in the eyes, there's something you don't agree with. If you can't look me in the eyes, then there's something that you just don't agree with. A dream is merely a dream until you put it into action. Don't worry about what the fuck I'm doing. Everybody's so worried about what everybody else is doing. Don't worry about what I'm doing. Worry about why you're worried about what I'm doing. Worry about why you're worried about what I'm doing. That's going to answer far more questions for you than worrying about what the hell I'm doing. A heart is not judged by how much you love, but by how much you are loved by others. That's a big thing. You got to watch out for those people that are like, after all I did for you, I gave you everything. I gave you everything. And I'm just like, sometimes you're sitting there, you're just like, I never asked for any of that. And had you ever listened to me, you would have known that wasn't what I wanted. I said clearly over and over and over again, this is what I want. This is what I need. This is what I want. This is what I need. But instead you filled it in with all this stuff and painted yourself up. Well, that's not love. That wasn't love. That was just you doing what you wanted, them doing what they wanted to do. They weren't listening. Men need to be loved. Women need to be wanted. Very important. I always get that song, I could be lonely alone, right? If you're going to make me feel like I'm doing it all by myself, eventually I'll just go ahead and do it all by myself. Whew, this is a topsy-turvy reading, man. Don't get distracted. Don't let the past come up and, oh no, not I. I feel like there's a lot of this game is about to be played. We're coming into this fun summer season. And there's definitely going to be a lot of returning energies. A lot of people who think they're still going to be able to manipulate you the same way. Ego says, once it falls into place, I'll have peace. The spirit says, find peace and the rest will fall into place. Find peace and then it will fall into place, not the other way around. He'll only leave you better off. Right? If he's going to go, let him go. If he's going to leave, let him leave. If he's going to walk, let him walk. He'll only leave you better off. The best curse ever. May the full horrors of your actions be truly revealed to you. How could our love be this blind? For my will is as strong as yours, and my kingdom is as great. You have no power over me. It's like praying for rain as I stand in the desert, but I'm holding you closer than most, because you are my heaven. You are not a voice in my head, you are ringing in my ear. And if I heard you, which I don't, I am spoken for, I fear. It's definitely dual energies going on. Definitely dual energies going on, but I've been going on for 30 minutes now. Alright, so I'm definitely getting a sense of past life coming in here. There's definitely dual energies going on. I want to know what the dual energies are. Who do we got? What do we need to know about the two dueling energies? Whoa. Too much. message about what we need to know about these dueling energies. Alright. There's definitely movement that needs to happen here. You get the Eight of Rods here. There's definitely an energy that needs to be moved on from. Something that causes a lot of worry. A lot of inharmony, right? Like the Five of Pentacles is usually like being left out in the cold and stuff like this. With this reverse, with her with that violin and everything else like that, it's there needs to be a moving away from someone who causes things to be disharmonious for you. Someone who causes a lot of anxiety. Someone who brings out, see, this is the Jack of Swords, brings out this opinionated, hasty, they can make you say things that you don't mean type of energy, right? There's definitely reverse toxic passion, inability to deal truly with their own emotions, inability to recognize themselves. This is someone who, yeah, because we got a Queen of Swords here. All right, and I got a Queen of Swords that gives a Jack of Swords a lot of grief, right? It's toxic passion energy, right? It's toxic lust energy. This is someone who does not love themselves. How they learn to love themselves is by manipulating and being mean to other people, right? That Queen of Swords reversed, the Queen of Swords upright, she's very dignified. She's very much cares about the collective, the whole. She sees how everybody's working and moving. She likes to keep harmony in the house, things like that, right? That's what she uses her words and her foresight for. The Queen of Swords reversed, especially with this toxic passion, their passion is to make your life miserable, right? They like to give you anxiety. They like to get you out of pocket. That's how you're going to know. That's the energy you need to move away from, right? Like I said, there's definitely toxic feminine energy as well. What? That is the shift. It's on both sides, y'all. It's duality. That's what we came to do. It's what we came to do, right? Is it you? Is it you? Right? Is that what they call you? It's what you answer to. It's not who you were. It's who you are now. Don't let them use your past against you. Just because you have been brought to your knees does not mean you cannot get back up. What was it? They thought they had dropped me to my knees, and then they heard me say, "Blessed be," or "Amen." And then you stand back up, right? Has she been driven to her knees? Or is she praying before she gets back up? Right? Get out there and breathe. Get out there into some nature, into some love, y'all. Into some love, right? Go check out what your North Node is, right? Find some peace with your fishies here. All those emotions being pulled in two different directions, right? You know, I don't know why they always say that it's what, only dead fish go with the flow. No, that's not true at all. The fish go with the tides, man, because that's where the food is. It's smart. It's thinking. It's nature. Sometimes you just got to go with the flow instead of trying to fight it and spinning around like two fish with your tails tied together, right? That's going to cause you nothing but that 5 conflict energy. All right? Allow secrets and things to be revealed as they come, right? As they come, right? Allow information to flow and listen when it is flowing, right? And there's definitely romance on the horizon for someone. All right. Blessed be all those who walk these weird and winding paths with me. Good night, y'all. I hope you have some sweet dreams. I love you, and I'm going to be back just as soon as I can, I promise.